Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Bando. Tonight I'm going to be taking you through our current war win. The war is still on, it's only got 10 minutes though, so it will be our 217-35 for the streak. Filipino BP was the clan, so they were fairly well outnumbered. I guess heroes overall, probably units and all that kind of stuff as well. They did have 6 10s and 11s, whereas we did have the 6 as well, but of course we had clan mascot down the bottom and pirate as well, so definitely an advantage to us. They didn't really go through our top bases, didn't really get through our 9s, and said hello on YouTube and had a bit of a laugh and a chuckle. So it was all good. Yeah, just one of those clans. You look at their level 10 and we're still trying to get up there. So definitely an interesting war for us. So let's have a look. This war, I've only got a few replays as we did go very heavy into the Valks this war. Only the 2-star number 1 for Bando 80. Dave had a couple of good solid hits on the 2 and 3, and I did re-hit base number 3, only got the 98%. You see it's a bit of a mixed poo base. The walls are quite low level, and what I thought I might do is have a bit of a go at the old bowler walk. So now I'll just talk about it before the sound of noise is going. So 1 queen with 4 healers, 5 bowlers and 2 healers will be 149 unit space. That's the magical number. So as soon as I drop a rage, that eagle is going to activate. And you can see I get the bowlers walking, I get the queen walking, and my intention is to have the Valks go through the middle, sorry. So unfortunately I had to rage that queen early, and that made me to stress up and get things going actively. Earthquakes were as intended, and the bowlers now you see all 5 pretty much dying off. The Valks are moving around to different things. All the bowlers are dead now. Nothing's chasing after that loon or hound in midfield, and the queen, she went off beautifully. A few Valks did break off down the bottom as well, so those healers in midfield are trying to keep everything going. Unfortunately now King's ability's gone. The Grand Warden still in midfield there, still doing quite well. The Queen managed to keep up and just stay alive. And now we're looking at the Loon and Hound still following around. I did have a few tail minions, a couple of wizards just to hold on to and see what I could do. And what I did was chuck those minions out to get that Loon down. Very lucky I did that, saved my Warden, of course. He didn't have Loons dropping horrible nasty things on his head, and you see the last minion go out there. So we'll speed it up. It's pretty much all over. I didn't get the 3, but that was my first real bowler walk in a war, I guess. I didn't spend a huge amount of time planning it, you can see that, but I did try to have a queen walk. I did try to have a bowler walk, but by looking at it, 5 with 2 healers don't really do the job. Bando 81B, pretty standard base, that one. I'm not going to show that. Now, we did have someone come visit us from Game of Clans. That was Barbados. He had the best attack versus that base, but I'm going to show an attack at the end of the war. Where are we? Good old pirate too. I was just getting a bit of loot. The war was all over. Wasn't a determining factor or anything like that, so I knew where all the traps were. And I've gone in with 4 golems, Wizzies, Valks in the clan castle, and a good old level 1 freeze. But you see I tried to learn that top cannon, and I did sort of stuff around. I was just, getting some percentage. Now this is sort of how I attack my bigger bases with this account. So my 10, high 10s and 11s when I'm going for the 2 stars, you pick out these side buildings and you get these percentages up early. So at the end of the war, if there's skellies or clan castle still alive, anything like that, you're guaranteed to knock that percentage off. So good old earthquake to get into the midfield. Level 2 infernos in the middle. Out come the 4 big boys. Level 15 queen, level 15 Jimmy Bob. They're just going to go in there. And that was the bit where I shit myself and thought, whoops, I thought I had a hound in the clan castle, and threw out an early freeze to try and hold back that loon. So you see a few tail hogs. That was nice with the heel. They did quite well. Couple whizzies down the bottom to pick up on that last cannon. So really this is where I was sort of gone, holy shit, I might actually get a 3-star out of this. And just, I guess, one of those things when you play this game constantly, you do attacks, you know how to go. I knew the golems were going to do well in the midfield there. I knew all 4 attacks were on the right. Sorry, 4 giant bombs were on the right-hand side of that town hall. So I knew that I'd be getting the 2-star, and that was my intention. And I've managed to sneak away with the old 3. So pirate for the big 3. Little heroes, you can do it. So let's have a look here. I'm going to be showing a couple of our big attacks at the moment, and that's the old HeVaHo. I know clans use these in differing sections, but this is DTN. He has made the clips quite often, and this is his take on it. Normally he doesn't stress about the clan castle, but he did know that it was a dragon, and he wanted to make sure he drew that down to his queen. So 10 Valks in the clan castle, so 13 all up. Some tail hogs, 6 healers all up. This is very close to his standard mix, but he has taken an extra few loons, extra 4 wizzies and a couple of minions, and used those quite well. So the hog goes in to draw that CC, and that just worked absolutely perfectly. Those minions got that cannon down and then worked on to help with the clan castle. So worked brilliantly. Now this is probably the only thing I fault with this raid, and I've said it before, when you're putting your king out with the 1 healer, he's only receiving 50% heal, and unfortunately old Jimmy Bob hit the forefront, needed his healers to get in there. They were almost on him. So unfortunately old Jimmy Bob copped it sweet. Love that last rage. That got several groups, a lot of running around, lots of really angry rangers, and out come his hogs. Unfortunately, they hit the old giant bomb. But then you see these healers, they just pick everything up. It's just a strong attack. Now, this isn't a organised base, anything like that. It's not an organised war base, but I know in the last war at Above and Beyond, when we attacked Dark Looters, I had the 6 stars there with Bando 05, and that was based on this style of an army. So it is definitely usable in scrims, definitely usable in the big high-end wars and bases. You've just got to be obviously particular and have a look. So this is the last attack I'm going to show tonight, and this was by Phoenix, and you see it's a HeVaHo as well. He does have Valks in the clan castle, but Shine's taken a few extra hogs. He's a different spell set with the jump and the heal, and he's going to drop the old healers on his good old queen. She's going to soak them up. So down for the poison, and I did like the variation on this attack. I did like to see the old True Blue Queen walk with the 4 healers. That's always my preference. 4 healers, you just know that you're going to be able to tank those 2-point defenses for that little bit longer, and you're not going to get pushed into really nasty situations. So you see a bit of herding going on with some wizzies in different spots. The old blower giving the queen the shits, but that'll go down now. Out come the old redheads, and you see those clan castle wall breakers, and they just absolutely take full advantage there. 6 bases is a bit of a dead spot. What do you use? Wall breakers. So the Valks get in the midfield there. Now it looks like he saves a hold of that heel. He's going to save that for his hogs by looks. The Rangers are fairly well over and done within the midfield, but they've gotten everything. Everything's dead. That's just leaving these hogs. You see that 1 hog going in there on the right-hand side to trip that giant bomb. It was a re-hit. It wasn't a fresh hit or anything like that. Heaps of hogs left now. And you see the queen. She's going to lose her healers. Doesn't need them though. It's all over Red Rover. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. The big 3 stars from Mr. Phoenix. So it was a good war for us. Definitely outnumbered. You could see it from the start. It's just one of those farm wars, you know. That's where you try and practice these things. Get these Valk raids absolutely nailed. And there. So that's the end score by the looks. 86-49. Hope you guys had a bit of a laugh. And as always, clash on.
You got his eye from across the room. You got his